but continue getting those trading ideas to you, and now from Sameet Chauhan as well as Sumit Bagadia, and find out what they are making of the market moves. Morning to both of you. Sameet, first to you, and if you can tell us what are your top technical picks for today.
To both of you, we have all three buy candidates. First one would be on Ambuja for a target of 228, and stop loss can be placed at 210. Recently we saw stupendous rally from this stock from the levels of 205, 208 with substantial rise in volumes. However, this good up move was followed by a decent corrective move towards its strong support zone of 210, 212, which is the daily 89 EMA. Yesterday we saw a formation of spinning top pattern around this strong support zone. Thus going forward we expect an immediate bounce toward 228. Thus it can be bought by keeping a strict stop loss at 210. Our other buy call would be on Siemens for a target of 1265, and stop loss can be placed at 1135. Recently we saw a good consolidation in the stock in a broad range of 1200 to 1100 since last 3 weeks. However, yesterday we saw a very good price volume action in this stock. This stock is now trading around its resistance zone of 1190, but looking at the hourly chart structure, we expect this breakout to happen soon. Thus, it would be a buy recommendation for a target of 1265. And our final call would be on Titan, which is a buy call for a target of 380. Stop loss would be around 346. On 18th April, we saw a good price volume breakout from falling trend line around its strong resistance zone of 355. After 3 days of rally, we saw decent profit booking towards its strong support zone. However, the stock is now trading around its very strong support, which is placed around 350. We expect previous up move to continue in next probably 2 to 3 days. We have an immediate target of 380, and it can be bought on any dip by keeping a strict stop loss at 346.
Okay, that's the cue coming in, and some top technical ideas from Sameet. We've got Sumit Bagadia now also joining in. Some tongue twisters there, but in terms of stocks, they're completely different.
Hi, good morning, Avan. Well, as far as trading bet is concerned, I think the first call for the day is IOC. IOC looks good to me on charts. I think today it has given a good upside move from lower levels, and we have seen an engulfing pattern on charts on daily chart. As far as trading bet is concerned, I think one can initiate long position in IOC at CMP or on dips in prices till 411 should be used as buying opportunity in IOC with a small stop loss to be placed at 404 rupees on lower side. And on higher side, immediately our first target would be 430. And if 430 is taken away, then we can see extended rally till 440 levels in next 10 to 15 days time horizon. Well, the second pick for the day is from banking space. I think banking stocks will give correction in next 2 to 3 days time horizon. So for a trading perspective, if anyone wants to initiate a position, then that should be on sell side. And I think Canara Bank is a good candidate to initiate sell position at CMP. And if there is a small pullback in prices till 193, 194 levels, then that should be used as a selling opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 190 rupees on higher side, and on downside our immediate target would be 185 or 182 rupees, and below that we can see levels of around 175 also in next 1 week to 10 days time horizon.
That's
well, the last pick for the
Sure, Sumit, go on.
Well, the last pick for the day is Lupin. Pharma stocks are looking weak to me, so we are expecting a correction in Lupin, in which Lupin can move down till 1530 levels. So I think one can initiate sell position in Lupin at CMP, or if there is a small pullback in prices till 1595, then that should be used as a selling opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 1630 on higher side for the downside and initial target of 1530 in next 3 to 4 days time horizon.
Okay, so it's a 2 sell and 1 buy call coming in from Sumit. Move on then from equity, shift focus to commodities and take a look at oil prices. Well, clearly dipping today, dragging down and that's essentially backed by a surging dollar that at least temporarily outweighing the supply disruption in North America, where a massive wildfire was threatening Canada's huge oil sands operation. Meanwhile, gold is set to post its biggest weekly decline in 6 weeks as the dollar firmed up against the euro and yen ahead of the April US non-farm payrolls, which is due later in the day. Get in strategies then from the commodities space. Sushil Sinha, country head at Kavi Concrete, he joins us on the show. Sushil, good morning and great to have you with us. First up, how is it that you would like to approach gold at this point of time?
We have seen that gold and silver prices both at COMEX and at MCX has gone for consolidation phase, and the trend will be clear once the monthly employment data from US gets released today evening. We assume that the market is likely to be volatile. However, the direction would be on the buyer side. Buying side, the Fed remarks have given a little bit the Fed governor's remark, and the overall various remarks which are coming out has given some strength to the dollar, and that's why a clear direction has not been found in the gold and silver prices in the last couple of sessions. However, today at MCX we will be having a buying mode. Gold can be bought around 29,850 level for a target of 30,000, and a stop loss can be around 29,780 level. Similarly, silver can be bought around 41,150 level for the target of 41,550, and a stop loss can be around 41,020.
Okay, let's talk about copper then. What's the strategy here?
Among base metal complex, we have seen the poor Chinese data, particularly the PMI data, has given the back foot to entire base metal complex. Nickel has been the worst performer, and again on Sunday, crucial data is to come from China. Overall direction seems to be on the base metal for on the negative side only, and copper can be sold around 319 level, 320 level for a target of 316, and the stop loss can be around 322.
Okay, Sushil, thank you very much for taking us through those strategies from the commodity space. Really appreciate that. We'd also like to thank each of our technical experts for taking the time out and sharing those stock-specific ideas with us on Traders 20.